I'm working on this assignment in Canvas, and I just typed a bunch of stuff, and I just want to make it a bit more attractive. I want it to have some numbering in here for the main topics, but not everything. I don't want everything numbered. This top thing's my title here, so maybe instead of a paragraph, I'll set that as a heading, maybe heading 3. Oh, that's nice. And then each of these patterns is going to be a number. Now, if I just click on one of them and select the numbered list, and then click on the next one and select the numbered list, notice they're each number 1. So that really wasn't what I wanted. So what I want to do is I want to make pretty much everything numbered here, and then undo some of the numbering would be one way to go about it. I've already have it typed. So everything's numbered here. Now, finding a pattern is a title. So let's make that bold. Oh, back here, mouse. And patterns in nature is a title. And the text in between there is a description of finding a pattern. So I don't want that number 2 to be there. Now, if I just turn off the number there, that's going to screw up the numbers again. Notice it goes 1 and then 1, and then I have to teach this how to start over, which we can do in most word processors, but it's a pain. It's more work than we need to do. So Control Z, undo that. All I need to do is go to the previous line where I messed that up, do a delete to bring that text up, and then do a shift enter. On a Mac, it'd be shift return. But the shift key with enter or return, instead of giving a new paragraph, which is a number in this case, gives you a new line. All right, so I can go to the end of this line here. And if I do a shift enter, gives me a blank line. A delete will bring the previous text up. I had to hit that twice. All right, but you can't just turn off the numbering there, because then that screws up the numbering. It doesn't work that way. So I could do a backspace on that, and then a shift enter or a shift return on your Mac. And I got a blank line for that description. Delete, shift enter, shift return, delete, shift enter. And so now it looks a little better. And if I want a little more space to kind of make this a little more readable, I like an extra line there. So I can add those in here also. I think that separates things nicely. But notice I don't really have to screw with the numbering if I just use shift enter properly. Okay, so let's suppose I have another topic. Oh, there's one between 2 and 3 I missed. So at the end of the text for number 2 there, I just hit enter. That gives me number 3, and I can put in my missing topic, shift enter to get a blank line, type my topic details, shift enter, and give myself a little space. So now I fit my missing one in there. And you can even move them around. Like suppose you decide number 5 ain't number 5 anymore. You want all that stuff right there to be number 3. You just Control X, cut it out of there, get rid of that number, and then go over here and Control V for paste, stick it in there. And then again, I don't want to do shift enter at the beginning of line number 4 there, because that'll mess up the numbering. What I want is to go to the end of the previous line and do a shift enter to get that blank line. And let's see, it looks like I messed this up. Oops, shift enter, there we go. So again, shift enter, I'm doing that right now, gives you a blank line, no number. Enter, I'm hitting enter or return, that gives me a new number. Control Z, I can undo that. But just turning things on and off screws up the numbering, and then you got to go and figure out how to restart it at 2 or 3 instead of having it just naturally work the way it does. Right, so we're trying to use the numbering tool in a word processor. Well done. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hope that helped.